And it is at this moment that I realize just how badly I have f***ed up. Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to my home studio, and welcome to the hand tool only build. I am creating an acoustic travel guitar based on the rough stylings of a Martin backpacker, albeit a little bit more angular, with a little bit more volume internally, and I'm doing it out of what was essentially a 4x4 chunk of fence post. It's true mahogany. It was bought in a job lot of timber, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what it was originally supposed to be for. It is, however, going to sing and be delicious.
Burn it.
We've got the body, we've got the top. I have got to trim down the bridge plate. I have got to take these giant braces and make them smaller and more resonant and all of that. And I need to glue her together and figure out what's happening with the neck. We've got some glue that needs to be got rid of. I should have done this early on before it properly cured. We have created a slight radius to the top, which is not necessarily the case with the Martin backpacker, but it's going to give us a little bit more strength and hopefully a bit more volume at the same time. So going like this feels a little bit awkward. An alternative is to use a cranked chisel if you can find one. They're intensely rare. And that just goes through the whole thing. Yeah, those are too big, actually. That's a better size. All right, that's all right. Now, I made a bit of a muck up. This is the book, Campiano Natelson. Seriously, this is the book. If you don't yet have it, you need to have it. The problem is when I was cutting the braces to size, I of course consulted the book, and of course I looked at the wrong damn page. I looked at some sizes for back braces rather than front braces, etc. And yeah, these are just massive. I want something about 1/2 an inch rather than the, I'm not good at inches. What have we got here? Yeah, it's a full 1/8 of an inch wider than I really wanted. Maybe, yeah, thereabouts. Anyway, I need to remove some material, give it a little bit more movement. Just start with the chisel and then move on to the little concave violin maker's plane. Yeah, get in there. Let's take some off the top. happy with that. Yeah, time to get back to sanding. Damn it. Where you put your fingers makes a big difference. It is time to move on now to fitting this to the body, shall we? So my braces go all the way through the ribs as it stands, so I need to put these on, mark out where they're going to be, cut away some of the kerfing, and then fit it all in nicely. I also think I need more coffee in my system. Yeah. That's my center line. Let's actually clamp that down for a bit. Gently. Same thing at this end. There's enough flexibility in here that I'm not pushing the ends of the braces in at great pressure. It's just allowing me to place everything, make sure it's all exactly where I want it to be, and then I can mark on the braces themselves where the rib is, and then work out how far back to cut it, etc., etc. Knife. I need a knife. Okay, so that's the thickness I need to remove after the mark. Okay, so I do want to cut all of that away, but just in the interest of being safe, put a little bit of masking tape down, and that should just give me the warning I need. What I really need here is one of those curved-soled veneer blades, and guess who got rid of all of his veneer blades the other day because he never uses them. Literally maybe 3 weeks ago. Just never used them. With that cut done, we just go in and gently remove the excess away. Remember that this top is currently a lot wider than the body actually needs to be. Turns out this Japanese store is actually a little bit better at this. That'll do. And just going with a scalpel. Small, gentle cuts, not taking very much material away, means a little bit longer time scale, but more control. Nice. Just a little bit of fiddling here, and we should fit perfectly. So what's happening is, if these were slightly out, it pushes against that, and the top isn't essentially square, which isn't ideal. Check your center line. Well, that is now, well, it's doing what I wanted to do, and it's all lined up and nice and good. I now, however, have a radius on the top, and the ribs are flat. Okay, now you would normally take the radius dish that you used in order to clamp that down to, run this around in the radius dish and put the radius on. We don't have that radius dish, and we don't really need one either. I'm going to use a plane and just gently take it down a little bit, say a millimetre or so at the end here, going up to the corners, because we've got a fairly geometric shape in any case. And I'm also going to run the ribs so they go a little bit like that. This is going to ping the top. This is probably not the correct way to do it. If you really are going to do something like this, a radius dish is the way forward. The reality is, there's the line I want to go to, and that needs to go and just disappear up towards the middle of the guitar. That'll do it. So close. Radius dish would have been easier, but this is fun. I probably should cut the neck pocket in and just line all that up. I can't be bothered to figure it out. I've got the internals already done. I know what happens there. I can chisel away. It's the end that's the only issue. If this was a solid guitar, I would then have to use a router, etc. And in this case, I don't have an end piece there. I'm going to have to cut away a lot of the excess by hand with a chisel, and then use that to work out with the neck where I'm cutting. I have not forgotten about this. I've just chosen to do it the difficult way. There's no surprises. Now, all of these are the right size, they're open, they're ready to go, and there won't be any issues. It's got a nice curve in it. I'm going to get some glue out and crack on. I'll try to tidy up. Tidy up always. Cool. Now I'm going to get the clamps off and do the whole thing again. There is potential here. I'm really enjoying this bit. The only difference I'm going to do is I think I'm going to alternate the clamps and start from that corner. Before I glue this down, I just need to round over the inside edge of the sound hole. For the first time in many moons, I'm going to think ahead and apply the glue with a glove. You don't want oodles of glue. I don't want it to squeeze out inside if I can avoid that. So thinly spread it and do this whole thing as rapidly as possible. Center line's lined up. I'm lined up to the marks I've made on the bottom here. It's all good. Exciting times. Let's get this let's get this beastie unclamped. Time to use a hand plane. Woohoo! Okay, I'm going to get the excess sides gone and dusted, and well, see where the evening goes. Yes, I've come in an evening because I'm so excited about this. Plane. This is set to take fairly chunky cuts. I'm going to go all the way around, leaving a lip, and then I'm going to go back in with a plain set with a finer blade and see how close I can get to the ribs. So this plane's got a much finer mouth. The distance between the front of the blade and the toe of the plane makes a huge difference. This one here, we've got about a millimeter gap, which means that essentially as you're planing, you push your shavings, you cut your shavings out and they go up on the blade, but with a large mouth, it can crack underneath the level of the sole of your blade. With a fine mouth, it breaks it and stops it from cracking underneath the level that you want. I'm needing to be very careful to avoid sanding too much near this edge. I've got 0.3 of a millimeter. It's not a lot. Past me was a bit of a dick. And here we go. Coming together. Let's figure out what's happening with the neck now, shall we? Yeah, we're about there. And it is at this moment that I realize just how badly I have fucked up. You got it, Jet? Okay, come on then, let's have a look. So where we are is we've got a guitar neck. Neck is fantastic, it's fine, it's a normal neck. We've got a neck pocket that needs a little bit of TLC, but it works. But I have, for the second time in my life, I've used a truss rod that pokes out the bottom like this. And I've got a top that's in the way. I do. I've also got a brace there that's got a hole through it. Now, I could take a saw and cut down into that hole and sort of lever this in place, but I don't have enough room to do that. I can't, unless I bend this up and then once we're in here, pull it back. I don't want to put tension on this weld. Now, the solution is so cool. Like, I'm quite excited that this is. Okay. I have a blind neck pocket. I thought I was lazy in doing that. There's just, I don't need an end to the neck pocket, so why put it on? The way that I created this wasn't routing a neck pocket. It was just, I built a 3-sided bit out of material because it was easier for me doing this with hand tools. What I'm going to do is remove the excess material from my neck, turn that into a rectangle so it can just slide in, and then from inside the body I'm going to put 2 tiny little wedges And I will then use those little wedges to replace the sections that I had to remove out of this neck. I can't blame anybody else for this. I can't. Is this not an awesome error? You fool, Bengra. Well, there are many beautiful Japanese joinery techniques, and there's one that I've watched where you've essentially got a blind cavity, you've got a piece of wood that slides into it, so a mortise and a tenon, but into the section that the blind cavity has an internal mortise to it. Okay, and you put your two little triangular pieces in the bottom, and as you push the tenon into it, these little triangles push out the edges and it locks it in place permanently. That's essentially what we're trying to do here. And in fact, if I'd had a blind end to the neck pocket, that's how I would have eventually, I think, come to the conclusion I needed to do this. Now, this does mean that this neck is going to be glued in. I must not forget in my excitement that I need to set the neck break angle and all of that sort of stuff. So, what have I done? Anyway, a lot of talking, and it is now rather late, so I'm going to leave this repair for another day. How would you repair this? What would you do if you had made such a schoolboy error? Let me know in the comments, please. I am sincerely interested. Click like, subscribe, come back for the next video in this series, which is now not going to be the video I thought it was. Well, I don't know. We'll see. In the next video, the neck will be fitted, it will be glued in, and we will have fine sanded absolutely everything and at least started the finishing process. I am supremely excited by my plans for the purfling, for the sort of Baroque patterns that we have got designed, all of these ideas. Hell, I'm tempted, I'm seriously tempted to actually go a little bit more ornate. Remember, this is a guitar that I'm keeping for myself. I'm so excited. We have progress. We have a guitar. We've got 2 bits of a guitar. See you guys later. Goodbye. You daft man. Damn it.